AS Monaco had his best finish in recent years. They finished second in the Ligue 1 with 9 points behind PSG. Adi Hütter, the new coach of Monaco, had a good first season at the club after taking over from Philippe Clement. In the past, Monaco was always a top club in French's first division, but they also had some bad seasons. The 2018-19 season was one to forget, after finishing just 17th in the league, just outside the relegation spots, or the 2010-11 season, where the club got relegated as 18th and only got back up 2 seasons later. On the other hand, they had some incredible seasons. For example, the 2013-14 season, they finished second after being promoted from the Ligue 2. Or 3 seasons later, as they won the league title in 2017 with 95 points, having some outstanding players like Thomas Lemar, Fabinho, Falcao, Bernardo Silva, and a fairly unknown player at that time, Kylian Mbappé. In recent seasons, however, the club remained consistent, finishing third twice, sixth once, and second once in the last 4 years, even though, each season, they lose their most important players to bigger clubs like Tchouaméni, for example. However, if this team goes into the season like this, they have a good chance of fighting against PSG for the league title, because they held the team together decently in the last 2 years and are making intelligent transfers along the way. Also, the Austrian coach Adi Hütter is well-known in Europe. After starting his career in Austria at SV Groningen, where he promoted the team to the Austrian Bundesliga and even finished third the season after, he took over RB Salzburg, winning the title with a not-so-unbeatable team in comparison to today. He later went to the Young Boys Bern, where he managed to win their first league title in 40 years after coming close on a few occasions. After joining Frankfurt the season after, he improved the uprising club even more, finishing 5th in the 2020-21 season and reaching the Europa League semi-final in the 2018-19, losing against Chelsea after penalties. At that time, Frankfurt wasn't used to play internationally and were lucky to finish in the top half of the league table. Under Hütter, this became a norm. Adi Hütter built the foundation for some major upheavals for Salzburg, Young Boys Bern, and Frankfurt. At his time at these clubs, he transformed them to top teams, and after his departure, they kept themselves in the upper part of the league. After finishing his last season at the Eintracht as 5th, he became the coach of Borussia Mönchengladbach, where he had a quite unsuccessful time. He only finished 10th at the declining club and left after just 1 season. 1 year later, in the 2023-24 season, he started his stint at Monaco, bringing us back to today. But how will Monaco contend for titles next season? Adi Hütter often uses, as in his previous stints, a 3-4-2-1 formation. But compared to the past, he actually implemented a Plan B, which is a 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-2-2 with a double pivot. Against stronger opponents, the 3-4-2-1 is his preferred formation, as he has more defensive stability with 3 at the back, 2 defensive wingbacks, and a double pivot. It doesn't matter in which formation he starts, he always tries to build up with 3 at the back. In a back 4, both fullbacks push forward and 1 midfielder drops in between both center backs to carry the ball forward. When the fullbacks push forward, both wingers will invert and 1 striker will drop into the midfield to create a 3-3-3-1 or a 3-3-2-2 formation in game. Last season, Ben Yedder was their poacher, scoring 20 times in 34 games. The 4-2-2-2 or 4-2-3-1 was often used against weaker opponents to have more players in the offense, which worked out perfectly. In the last 3 games against Montpellier, Clermont, and Nantes, they scored 10 times and only conceded twice. Against more dominating opponents like PSG or Marseille, or being in front, he switched to a 3-4-2-1. In this case, both wingbacks push forward, creating the width. 1 pivot will stay deeper than the other one. In game, it looks like 3-2-4-1 in possession and a 5-2-3 out of possession. But compared to recent years, he adapted his play style. If the back 3 didn't work, he switched to a back 4, which he normally not used in the past. We can see this in the present, as he uses his back 4 way more than his preferred back 3. I would also keep an eye on George Ilinakina, who came as a replacement for the departured Ben Yedder. The 17-year-old came from Antwerpen, where he scored 14 goals and gave 1 assist in 50 matches. Because he is both tall and fast, and has a great technical ability on the ball, he fits in the shoes of Ben Yedder perfectly. And they also bought Thilo Kehrer after they loaned him in the last season. Some more players to keep an eye on are Van der Sar, Zakaria, Fofana, Akliush, and Ben Seger. In general, Monaco has the perfect mix of older and younger players, of talents and experienced players, which is the perfect formula for success. What do you think about Monaco? Do you think Hütter can win a title with the Monégasque club? How will the talents perform? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.